Hey there, so you're thinking about making a move to Lehi, Utah. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some advantages and disadvantages to living in Lehi, Utah, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Krilla here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living here in Utah. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to buy, sell, even build a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My team and I hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So just recently, I helped another family relocate here to Lehi, Utah, and I'm going to share with you some of the things that you should be aware of if you are thinking about making a move to Lehi. Lehi is probably one of the most popular cities that I get phone calls about. I feel like almost every week, of people reaching out and saying, "Hey Mariah, I've got a job that I'm taking. I've got that." Like, I just keep hearing about Lehi, Utah. So let's talk about some of the things that you should know about Lehi, Utah. Number one, the accessibility to Lehi, Utah, to Salt Lake City, and really to the Provo, Utah area is really, really nice. The accessibility to the airport. Lehi is located right off the 15 freeway, and you are about 25 minutes south of Salt Lake City. Again, depending on how far, Lehi spans over on the west side of the 15 freeway, and it also goes to the east of the 15 as well. So on both sides, depending on how high up and where you're at, but you're about 25 minutes south of Salt Lake City. Lehi is right in the tech industry. It is the Silicon Slopes Lehi is known for. So you've got big companies like Ancestry.com and Facebook and Google and all these big companies that are, coming to Lehi, that have been in Lehi, and it just keeps growing. When you hop off the 15 freeway and you go down the 92, which is known as Timpanogos Highway, you see all of the different tech companies that are lining that, that the Timpanogos Highway. Many people love living in and around Lehi. Like I said, just the accessibility to get, if you are working near there, the accessibility is fantastic. Number two, the beauty that is around Lehi. Lehi has what's kind of known as the downtown Lehi area, where you're going to see a lot of like older buildings, and you're going to see more brick buildings, and Lehi High School is right there. Lehi High School has been renovated. It is a beautiful campus, a beautiful high school campus. You also have Skyridge that is in Lehi, Utah as well. It's part of the Alpine School District, which is a highly acclaimed school district and one of the largest school districts in Utah, and Lehi is part of that. So you've got good schools, you've got the accessibility to, Salt Lake City. And then also, I mentioned you've got the accessibility to the Salt Lake International Airport. You also have the accessibility to the Provo Regional Airport as well. There's talks of expansion with that Provo Airport too, but you're 20 minutes away from that Provo Airport as well. The number of museums, and you've got what's called Thanksgiving Point, which is right in Lehi, Utah, and you've got the Curiosity Museum. You've got these gorgeous gardens. You've got the Dinosaur Museum, and there's a Farmland Museum. There's just so many different museums and activities that are right there in Thanksgiving Point, which are, really fun for the whole family. During the winter time, they have something called Luminaria, and just this incredible light show. My family and I have gone to that many, many years, and it's a tradition that we enjoy going to every single year. So those museums, that Thanksgiving Point is really, really great. The number of amenities that are in and around Lehi, there are a lot. There's a lot of shopping and restaurants that are in Lehi. You've got the Traverse outlets, which are in Lehi. You also have Costco. You also have Target. You also have a lot of other shops, you have a lot of things, restaurants that are in and around Lehi. Many people also like Lehi, Utah because it's very family friendly. You've got a lot of really fantastic parks and community activities nearby. There's gorgeous soccer complexes that are right in Lehi. One's called the Family Park, that, just giant soccer fields and beautiful parks that are there. You've got really spectacular views too, depending on where you are at in Lehi. If you're in the Traverse area, you've got beautiful mountain views, and then you also have views of Utah Lake and the Wasatch Mountains. If you are into outdoor recreation and you like biking and hiking, there are so many great hiking trails, right in Lehi as well. We talked about the accessibility, the family friendly, the good school districts, and also the job market and a lot of jobs in and around Lehi. So Lehi is a lot of people are wanting to make a move to Lehi because so many people are wanting to make a move to Lehi. For some people, they feel like it's a disadvantage because of all the rapid growth. There has been so much new home construction. There has been so much growth in and around Lehi that the amount of traffic and congestion has significantly increased. And if you are building or you're buying in a new community, some people are like, oh my goodness, it feels like I've been in a construction zone for years and years and years. Just because if you get in on one of the early phases, that can be good, but it also can be a disadvantage. It can be good because the housing costs have gone up so much in Lehi, which means if you got in on one of the earlier phases, you have a lot of equity in your home. But it also does mean that for all the other phases that are coming in, you are probably going to be in a construction zone for quite some time. So again, some people are like, you know what, I'd rather take a new home and be part of that and gain a lot of equity. But just know a lot of new home construction, a lot of rapid growth. Because of new home construction, rapid growth, there is more traffic getting in around Lehi. So just know that if you are more west Lehi, getting in and out can get very, very backed up, especially during, rush hour times or peak times. Getting in and out, you can wait a lot longer because some of those lights, I'm telling you, you are sitting for significantly longer. Also, something you should know about Lehi, again, depending on where you are, it can get very, very windy. Yes, very, very windy. And also, depending on in terms of weather and conditions, the higher up you are makes sense, but the more snow you're going to have. So some people that are relocating here and they're so excited to, be in Lehi and have these spectacular views of Utah Lake, just also know that sometimes if you are, in lower parts of Lehi, it may not be snowing here, but it could be snowing up more in the mountains of different parts of Lehi. And which means that a lot of times that snow will stick longer too. So if you're in some of these traverse areas with these spectacular views, just know the weather is going to be different than in some of the other areas that you're not as, having as high of elevation. So just know that some people love that. Some people, it doesn't matter. But just know that going in. So weather, congestion, rapid growth, and also a lot of that new home construction can be, a deterrent for some, but also for some are like, hey, you know what, this is all part of it, and I'm just happy to be in Lehi. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of some of the advantages and disadvantages. We've got family friendly, we've got the tech industry, strong job market, a lot in the way of shops, dining, restaurants, great community, family-friendly areas, accessibility to 2 different airports, accessibility to Salt Lake City is also really good. And then, like I said, like the museums, and you've got Thanksgiving Point that's really close. Also, if you are into the outdoors, the hiking, the biking, the trail system that you're really so close to, the parks, recreation are really great. But also, no traffic, congestion, a lot of new home construction, and can be very windy and can get pretty snowy depending on where you're at. If you are thinking about making a move to Utah, you're still on the fence, you have questions, my team and I help people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and it'd be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. And again, if you do want a copy of our free Moving to Utah guide, comment the word down below, guide, GUIDE, and we'd love to send that over to you. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care and have a great one. Bye.